Hello, today is March 10th, 2026, and today is the 20th day of Lent. 21st, 20th. I forgot now. I think it's 21st. Yes. Slept in a little bit this morning. Still recovering from all night prayer. Have a bit of a headache today, which I rarely get headaches, so thinking that has something to do with it. But slept in a little bit, got up around 8, and then got ready and did contemplative prayer for an hour. Today's contemplative prayer was good. Feel like I dropped in and I was able to mostly stay in it the whole time. And then from there I went to Pony Coffee. My friend Jackson was there, and I sat and journaled for a little bit, got my page done, and then worked on city church stuff until I don't remember what time it was, maybe a little afternoon. Jackson asked me to do him a favor and drive him to Owasso for an errand, so did that. Dropped his stuff off at his house, and then we went back to Pony and worked longer. And then after we left there, I came home, and then I went on a long walk over to Crosby Heights because I'm thinking that's going to be like the best opportunity and option for me to buy a house in my budget. It's close to downtown. Like, it literally touches downtown. I just walked there from my house and walked all around and back. And it also touches Riverside. So that's nice that you can walk one way, get downtown, walk the other way, you're on Riverside. It's definitely a up and coming neighborhood. It has, you can tell there's some people have moved there and fixed up some houses, and then there's other boarded up houses, and then others that are just really run down that people are living in. I went and looked at this. I was on Google Street View, and I found this fire station that it's 2,000 square feet, and it's in the middle of residential. So it has to be zoned residential. And I'm pretty sure that what it was after the fire station was somebody's office. I think maybe the investment group that owns the building, it was his office. But took a look in the windows, and it's down to the studs. So it would need a build out, but it wouldn't. It's ready for a build out because it's down to the studs, and we can just rip those walls out. And I would love to do 1,000-foot just open living kitchen area, and then use the other 1,000 feet for a bathroom and 2 bedrooms, or a bedroom and an office situation, but basically 2 bedrooms. I think that would be my move, just kind of first first thought. But I Googled the address and found the potential owner, called the investment group, and they didn't know, but they gave me the email to a guy named Steven, who I know. That's how I found it, because if I Google the address, one of the things that comes up is that it was like Buford accounting or something. I don't remember exactly, but I Googled that guy's name, and he died quite a few years ago, and his wife was surviving. So I looked her up. She died last year. So then I looked at the obituary and saw that their son was Stephen. So I looked up Stephen, and Stephen owns the Buford Group, and Quana Investment is what I think I found. And so almost positive that the answer is that he owns that building. And so I called the Quana Investment Group. They had no idea, but they gave me the email for Steven. So I emailed Steven, and that would be, well, awesome just to hear back that he does own it. And more awesome if he wants to sell it, and even more awesome if he wants to sell it to me in my budget. I think him owning it is very likely. Him owning it and wanting to sell it, less likely, but maybe. But also I could see that because it's been in the family for a while, long time. So I could see, and his whole deal is investing in property in that neighborhood, from what I found online. So he may just want to hold that until the neighborhood really gets going and prices are way up, and somebody wants to do what I want to do to that fire station, but do it at a time whenever the price per square foot is a lot higher and somebody with more money can do it. And then if he does want to sell, the likelihood of him wanting to sell for my budget, which is $175,000, which that's my budget of like a move-in ready property. And this is not move-in ready. So, but if he says that he'll sell it for 175, I will make that happen. I will literally just rip the studs out. And all I need to do is put a bathroom in, and I can live there. Because all I need is a refrigerator and a microwave and a sink. And I can make do until I can afford to renovate more of it. But as long as it's inhabitable, I will live in a brick box with a bathroom. No problem with me. But last night, I literally, because I think I found it last night. Yeah, I found it last night, and I was just on Google Street View, just looking at the neighborhood around a house that was for sale. And as I was just wandering around on Street View, I came across it and was like, oh my gosh, that is the literal dream. And there's it has a large yard. I don't know if the yard is part of its property, but there's everything around it has been torn down. So it's just kind of there by itself on this corner. And the building, it looks awesome. It's small. Most fire stations or churches or commercial buildings, because that would be my that would be my dream, would be to live in a old fire station, an old church, or an old commercial building. But to find one that has that much character and is only 2,000 square feet, which is all I need, what an opportunity. And I literally dreamed about it last night. And then as I was meditating this morning, it like kept coming up. So I need to know the answer. I can't let it just float around as a, like a flirt, and let it consume my mind. But that would be incredible. So yes and amen to that. In the much more likely scenario that even if he does want to sell, I cannot afford it. There are houses in the neighborhood that I can afford, but they're all going to be, oh gosh, still sleepy. They're all going to be a downgrade in quality of home for me. Probably a major downgrade, because my apartment downtown Tulsa is really nice. My apartment in Portland was really nice. My apartment in New York wasn't as nice, but still good. Then the house I owned before that was very decent. The house I owned before that was not as decent, but more decent than what probably I'm going to be able to afford is. Then before that, the house I had before that was my first home, and it's probably in that scale and level, but that was 2009. So basically, starting over, which is what I am. Been starting over since New York. Since divorce really is like the full starting over. No wife, no money, no property. Just a boy with a job and a dream. So at least I got the job part. That's nice. Career job, safe career job, and not and a safe career calling. It's what literally I'm made to do. And even if to fully secularize it, it is what I have made myself to do. It's the person that I have built since I was in junior high. And it is what I have built the job for myself and built myself for the job. So it's it is a massive blessing. It doesn't pay as well as if I wanted to sell myself to an ad agency or something. But no thanks. I think I'd rather have a smaller, I know I would rather have a smaller house budget than go work at a marketing agency. I could work in the film industry in like arts and entertainment situation, but that's the only other career path that I could even foresee entertaining the idea of. But yeah, that's that. I also just walked around like it's not like a huge neighborhood, and I walked around the perimeter of a lot of it, not the whole thing. Um, it was getting it's getting pretty warm, and I was just in jeans, so. But I'm gonna keep taking walks through there, kind of just scope out the whole area and figure out, yeah, just the lay of the land. I did think about, I just wonder like how much it would cost to build a like brick or block like rectangle, like a commercial building situation. Like how much would it cost to build one of those because there's some land, for sale, and some of those properties you can get $30,000 or something. And I don't want to build like I don't want to build a house, a traditional house. That's I want to build a non-traditional house that I think the non-traditional house would be cheaper to just build a block building with a flat roof. I don't know. I don't know anything about those types of things, but it seems as though that type of building would be even cheaper. I don't know. I do know that staying up all night 3 days ago is wrecking me. We're planning on doing Break the Ground, all night, 12-hour prayer twice a year now. And we'll see how I feel in the fall, but I'm like, I don't know if I can do this twice a year. Then I could do the 12 hours twice a year, the actual being there doing that, but the aftermath of it, just so sleepy. I need to make sure I get a good night's sleep, a long good night's sleep tonight, because my birthday is tomorrow and I turn 37 tomorrow, which is wild. Definitely never thought that I would be single at 37 years old. Like, I didn't think I'd be whenever I was younger and, getting with Sarah or, that whole time. Obviously, during that whole time, I definitely never dreamed that I would be single at 37. And then getting divorced at 31, right? Or 32. Didn't dream then that I would still be single, at 37. I thought, God, I was thinking whenever we were getting divorced and I was going through all the grief and everything, I was like, okay, after I heal and process all of this, and, like maybe within 18 months or so, like I may start dating somebody and then, be married a year or two after that. But nope, not what the Lord has planned for me. Which I mean, honestly, I can already see the benefit and fruit of it, like just this season of singleness. Because it did take, the 18 months or so to like really process and heal and become my own. Um, and then I feel like if I would have gotten with somebody then, I wouldn't have found as much of myself that I have now. Um, and I wouldn't, like, I think it's taken this amount of time in order for me to really be the, the, to be who I am, to find and discover, build, whatever. Um, I think it's, I mean, I think I'm ready now, but I thought I was ready then, so never know. Just open handed. Yes and amen. Um, yep. What else? I really haven't been able, in this 21 days, I had a couple days of good reading, but other than that, I haven't been daily reading for sure. I mean, I've only read 2 or 3 days. Um, and yeah, just like thankful for the days that I have. But it hasn't been what I expected. I expected that I was going to be like really back into reading and be like, I'm reading every day. But that hasn't been the case. And that's fine. I have grace for it. And I'm just honoring the energy that I have and all the things. The other thing is I really thought I was going to be um, working more on my archive project, either, on the vibe coding side or um, the yearly, this is Cody Jensen from 0 to 37. And I started it, but it's like after work and then after doing this, recording this, processing it, getting it uploaded and everything, it's like I feel like I'm tapped of energy. Like I don't want to read. I don't really want to sit on my computer and work more. But that's okay. The priority is doing the things I set out to do during Lent. All the things that I just named that I haven't done were just things that I thought were going to be fruits of this, of not watching YouTube, more time to do whatever, of meditating every day, more thoughts and energy to do certain things, journaling, same thing, and video journaling. It's not drinking, all of those. I just was assuming certain outcomes, and there's still time left, but we're 21 days in, and I just things that I assumed I would be doing 21 days in, I'm not. But like I said, that's fine. Those were just assumptions. Those weren't rules, and those weren't necessarily goals. The goal is to be faithful in what I set out to do, and I am doing that. So that's good. I have been thinking I set out to do this project, this video journal, my journal, and meditating, you know, 40 days of Lent, and I'm doing 40 days straight. Lent technically is 50 or something days, little under, because the Sundays don't count to those 40 days. And so I'm trying to decide, am I just going 40 days straight, and then even though we haven't made it to Easter yet, whenever I reach 40 days, am I breaking Lent then? And I'm leaning towards yes, that I'm doing these 40 days, just because I'm not. If I was taking the Sundays off, then obviously I would go all the way to Easter, but I'm not. I'm doing it straight through, and I committed to 40 days. So that's kind of where my brain is on that right now. I think I'm lenting for 40 straight days, which is going to mean that I'm going to be breaking my Lent fast a week early. Oh, not a week early. I'm going to be breaking my Lent fast a week before Easter, instead of after Good Friday. So I'm going to keep meditating on that, but that's what I'm leaning towards. I think I'm going to go to Enid this weekend and celebrate with my family. So tomorrow, I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's with Cooper and Monica and hopefully Jackson. He has a job 4 hours away, so he may not be able to make it, but and then I'm Thursday working, but I think after work Thursday, I may drive to Enid and spend Thursday, Friday, and drive back Saturday. It's probably what I'll do. Just go spend time with my family. I haven't seen them since Christmas. Or no, I guess my aunt's funeral week. But go celebrate with them. I'm going to have so tomorrow I'm going to break part of my fast for my birthday. I'm going to have a drink whenever we're at Dave & Buster's. And then whenever we do my birthday dinner with my parents, I'm also going to break my fast and have a drink then. I think I'm still going to, that's the only part of the fast because I'm still going to do all the things that I've added. Still going to do video journal, meditating, and 1 meal a day, and no YouTube. And I may have a soda on one of those days. But yeah, just for my birthday, have a little celebration of that. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to offer today. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say, but only got 9 seconds left. So yes and amen, yes and amen, yes and amen.